feelings. It's the only reason I played this game.
You also
It's a socially acceptable way to bully others. You kidding me?
I would totally take the time to learn Villager, but I'm just not that kind of person, man.
Don't play a cool character. Just play a cool character.
I love Villager, man.
That's neat and all.
It would take 5. I don't want each game to take 5 years, though.
That's fair. I like Mega Man, and I don't play him because I know it's wrong.
That takes 6 years.
Yeah.
It's gonna,
I tried playing. I was like, I should learn a Smash 4 character. And I tried Mega Man because I play Samus in Melee. I play Samus in Zelda.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's probably like a zoner. He's got a lot of stuff. And then I was like, oh. Oh, he's really a zoner, huh?
He's really awkward to play, but you can get really good with him. I mean, if he
feels good to me naturally.
Yeah, does he?
Yeah.
See,
I'm scared. I don't want that to be who I become. I want to force my will on people with Zelda and make them feel bad for losing to a garbage character. She's not even garbage. She's definitely a strong character.
She's better in Smash 4. Yeah. So, we got Seth and Dan back on stream for you guys. So they're both playing their respective characters. We have Mario and Corrin. So this one feels a little weird if I was playing Mario, because the whole point if you're Mario is trying to get in and like hit your combos, right?
An aggressive character that uses fireballs to find an opening, yeah.
Yeah. So as long as Seth plays pretty safe, he might have the edge here against Dan's really aggressive playstyle. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
And I come from a game where I'm so used to Mario just being utterly worthless against swords.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm a sword. Yeah, no. he's got no range. He's stubby, and there's practically no disjoint except like a little bit on forward smash. But you know, different game, different mechanics. But archetypal gameplay definitely still exists. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was a struggling matchup for Mario.
Yeah, it's just Corrin has such an easier time hitting him. I mean, that's just like blatant as you can get. And as I say that, he gets absolutely
punished
destroyed
for a bad pin.
by Mario's noggin.
Punished for a really bad pin.
Yep. That's fair enough, but I still think, from a basic standpoint, Corrin's just got more ways to hurt Mario.
Yeah,
it's just safer.
Yeah, the fact that you can kind of just create a wall with sword is really nice. The thing that you have to look at when kind of like discussing matchups in general, and this is kind of how I approach all games. There's a few things to look at, right? Yeah. There's archetype of like swordy versus like an up close aggressor with no disjoint. There's combo ability, which I would feel like Corrin gets comboed harder by Mario than vice versa. But positionally, the punish can be stronger from Corrin.
Yeah.
And then there's like margin, right? So like, if one character's remarkably easier than another to play consistently or things like that, margin comes into play. Like, and it's a controversial term right now, but there's like Unga Bunga characters or whatever, like that people are like, well, this character just does the same X, Y, and Z in neutral, and they're really strong tools.
Sure.
And so if those are really easy tools to use, even if you play against a talented player who's playing a character that's harder to use, a lot of times you can edge them out just because of, you know, stress not being as big a factor because you have more consistent inputs, more ease of gameplay.
Yeah.
And Mario's bread and butter seems pretty fluid, but at the same time, Corrin, with the exception of Instapin being a little bit more finicky now, more punishable. If you're able to work around that, she also has a very strong set of tools to have a good margin, as it were.
Definitely not the same Smash 4 character she once was, but she's still so good. Like, just so many options to actually take your life.
Yeah, that's gonna kill pretty soon too.
Yeah. Or up air. Up air's fine too. That's a big sword. Yato. Let's go Blazing Yato. I think that's Blazing Yato. I forgot what the most powerful version of that sword's called. Noble Yato, perhaps? I don't remember. I don't remember what it was called.
Are you a Fire Emblem guy?
I am a Fire Emblem guy. It's a good series. Corrin's a terrible character in the game, personality-wise, but thank God she's good in this game, am I right? Otherwise, she'd have no redeeming qualities.
Oh my. Yeah.
Oh
and that's what I'm talking about with margin. It's just like he puts on so much damage and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
that was so sick.
It might be hard for Mario to find that spot where he gets in, but once he does, he can just erase you.
Yeah. So, I mean, he seriously just, that was like coast to coast, Seth was on one side of the stage, a couple back airs, maybe an up air or two, and then just hit him with a fireball, and you're just, well, I guess I'm dead. That's fine. Dan just sort of exploded there at the end. And that's the thing you always got to watch out for, man. Mario's still so quick with his combos and his ability to rack up damage really fast. If you're not spacing correctly as Corrin, Mario certainly could get in there and just make you pay.
For sure. Absolutely.
I also don't know if Corrin's counter is as good as it was in Smash 4. I have no idea. Do you have any idea if the counter's better?
Dude, asking me questions about Smash 4 is not the play. I'm going to be honest with you. I am not a student of that game.
Because her counter was pretty good in that game. But I don't see a whole lot of people use it so far in Ultimate. And I'm not sure if it's better or worse or the same. I guess there's not a whole lot of reason to use it right now. Just with all the aerials that Seth is throwing out, Dragon Pin, in relatively timely situations, it's been good most of the night for him.
I think in general, too, counter's kind of like a ham-fisted move where it's like, I'm calling you out, and then it's like, especially as you get further on in the bracket, neutral interactions are a lot more calculated, a lot more patient. So, like, landing with counter can be good if you're, like, calling out, like, an up smash or something like that. But if you whiff counter, especially against what we've seen from the punish game from Dan, it's like, is it really worth throwing it out when you're going to take 50 damage or die?
No, it's not a super optimal move. Yeah, I could definitely see why Seth would just want to keep... Oh, my goodness.
Good DI out, though, to make sure he stays alive.
Yeah, but still, that's so much damage all at once already onto Seth, and he already is down an entire stock.
I thought he was going to try to drop zone Bear. How contestable is the up B for Corrin? Like, is there a sizable hitbox that covers her, or can you just go out and like hit her?
Yeah, you see, with like Corrin's up B, it's a little finicky. I don't trust the hitbox a whole lot.
Okay.
There definitely is sort of it's wonky with its hitbox. It's not a sure thing. So are you asking like Mario's fair? Would it be able to like?
I'm saying if you like try to drop Bear to like clip him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could.
Okay.
You could. It's not like a ridiculous range or anything. It's not like a ridiculous hitbox or anything. But with the speed it comes out in this game, I wouldn't always trust going after it, especially if Seth decides to throw it out at a weird time.
Like early, like super early or something. Yeah, that makes sense.
Able to spot dodge that. Good range on the forward smash. Still not able
Survives
to pull down
the back air. And Dan is in a really good spot. I don't know if Winter Semis is best of 5 yet, but if it is, then he's it is best of 5. Okay, then Dan's well on his way to taking game 2, but not quite the second.
Not so fast, says Seth. You haven't seen my up air. My up air is pretty good.
And Dan's like, hey, you've definitely seen mine. Would you like to see more?
He's about seen every single move from Mario's moveset so far.
Dude, can he really double back air out of short hop as Mario? That's kind of wild. That could be me just being dumb and not knowing.
I'm kind of like, I still think Mario's down air is a really good option that we're not seeing a whole lot of. There's just not been a whole lot of opportunities where Dan has been able to find a place to utilize that. Dan's Mario this game has just been very fundamentally sound, where he's going in with relatively safe options whenever he can find them and not trying to do anything that could get him punished.
So that's been another situation where Seth has properly called out the landing from Dan. Ooh, calls out the late ledge jump with back air. But I noticed that Seth is starting to catch on to Dan's landing habits with just throwing out forward smash like that. So, I mean, these are both excellent players, so it's always nice to see really strong players in a best of 5 where you get more set play, because I'm noticing Seth start to pick up a little bit more on the landing habits from Dan, to the point where, you know, even if it felt like Dan pretty handedly won that game, you're in this situation now where Seth is getting more and more information, and he's saying, you know what, I have better tools to work with now. And now he's switching out to Inkling.
Yeah, now he's saying he's going to go to Inkling. I know that you definitely have some opinions on Inkling.
I think Inkling's overrated.
Yeah, that would be the opinion I was looking for.
He fast, great character, puts on good damage, absolutely no kill power. Just like, people are like, side B up smash. It's like, side B is an ignorant move that is really easy to see coming, and anyone at a high enough level where they're in winner's semis of a level this Up throw up air is also true, but it's a really tight window. Yeah. I don't know. Like, Inkling's a good character, but not a great character. People saying, like, calling for Inkling to be a top tier, I just don't agree with.
I've heard Inkling's the best character in the game from a couple people.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
People are wild.
People are wild.
People really have thoughts and stuff, I guess. They're not always good.
What is that, an opinion?
Yeah.
I don't want any of those. That's dumb.
People are also saying that Inkling has a really good recovery, and I just totally disagree. If you have a sex kick at all, or any lingering hitbox whatsoever, and you're like in a position where you have complete dominance over them, and they upbeat you, just keep throwing out a hitbox and hitting the squid.
Yeah.
Squid hitbox on the rise is like not a good hitbox.
I do love their down B though. I love the bomb.
That's the nice part about up smash is it hits straight in front of them. So in situations you can call roll out and pull them up into it and kill, especially if they're painted. But yeah.
Ooh. Now Mario's got his just a really solid back air, but that's all he's gonna need as he takes Seth's first stock here. Seth's Inkling play has been pretty good, pretty solid, very fast paced. That was one of the things that he really couldn't do. He didn't really have the advantage in the sense that Corrin's not super fast, but Inkling's definitely got more stage presence when it comes to just being able to get around the stage.
Plus, Fireball becomes a little bit worse when you have the low-profile dash and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And just the really good initial dash in general. I will say this. I have no idea how strange it must feel to switch from 2 games of Corrin, or probably a full bracket's worth of Corrin, just to go into Inkling.
Yeah, that's an extremely different mindset when it comes to playing your character. You have to play a much different game. For the most part, I feel like you're going to be trying to go in on your opponent, kind of like Mario is, but also there's times where you could just sort of throw out Ink Bomb and make them commit to something that'll get you a kill.
As a cute little tango there, the F smashes were pixels away from connecting for both of them.
That was like a snapshot of the game.
He's just swinging the brush, bro.
Mario's all blue.
Bob Ross out here right now.
See some happy little trees in the background. That might be where one of them's gonna go in a second if someone
he just chucked it in his face and he took it.
Yeah,
he didn't try to cape. He didn't try to block. He said, do it. Do it. No balls. You won't.
Able to get back on the stage, but ooh, how about that back throw though?
It was good presence for him to roll towards the ledge too, so he knew he would be facing backwards.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another thing you're going to see a lot from Inkling in neutral is a lot of just spamming short hop bear. Short hop bear is really, really good. Really fast move, and then you can just dash away. It creates good space, and it allows you to like threaten space and play a defensive game, which is really good when you have a lead. Pretty slow mash, honestly, from Dan there, but it's okay. He still managed to make the most of that situation.
Yeah, I mean that move does like if you get hit by it out of nowhere, you're not like, gonna like immediately be spamming the smashes. So I mean like it is something you have to sort of react to.
It also feels like mashing is different in this game compared to like Melee.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is about the inputs, but like my mashing is much slower in this game compared to Melee.
It's one of those things, man. You'll be used to it eventually. When you're Chicago PR number like what are you going for, like number 11, 10?
I just want to make the PR.
Oh, it's just a dream. Anything's
I don't care about what the number is. I want to be recognized as a strong player. Yeah, and there's like roller being a kind of brain dead move to use. Oh my god.
Oh, that forward smash. It's anything but brain dead with that one.
Do not roll. Homie, I'm the one with the roller. I control the rolls. You die.
He does have the roll game. Absolutely.
I do appreciate that Seth plays the most stylish Inkling. I like to play Helmet Inkling.
Yeah.
Because I need a little bit more help.
Chances are if they have a purple alt, I'm probably using the purple alt.
Yeah.
That's just basic.
Purple's that color, bro. It's the best color in the world.
It's the best color,
We've been over this off commentary.
Yeah, it represents royalty. It's just
he does have the jellyfish are purple on his shirt.
They are.
He's got purple micro dotted jellyfish.
He also has my glasses. He's got like Joe Madden glasses, as I call them, just like big, round, thick.
This Inkling like definitely shops at like Uniqlo, like guaranteed. Like he's got the bread and butter stuff. He only wears CBDs. He subscribes to like our frugal male fashion and stuff on Reddit. Yeah. He's that guy.
Mario's looking fresh too, though. That's a nice suit.
Mario's like a relic of the 1930s, though. You know what I mean?
You're right. This is like new new school versus old school, kind of, in a way.
Like, the game's moving too fast for me to see, but I can't tell. But I think it's a double-breasted suit jacket, which is like... No, it's not. It's more traditional. It's like, okay, it's like a tuxedo jacket. That makes sense, actually. I'm dumb.
Pooch is very in tune with style.
You got dressed well, my dudes.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
2019 Smash Ultimate?
Ooh!
That's wild, by the way. Was that DI in on that up air, I assume? At that percent, I feel like DI out wouldn't have led to forward air.
Yeah, I don't think so either. That forward smash caught him so off guard.
It looked like Mario was doing a down throw. That's why I got confused. I was like, oh, he just... All right, he's gone. He went away.
So far, pretty back and forth. Is it dash? Inkling's dash attack is like really unique too, isn't it?
I don't even know what it is. I'm gonna be real. So you
not
just jump out as
not dash
squid?
attack, just his dash in general. I'm pretty sure like you're just
one of the
stage.
it's one of the lowest in the game.
Yeah.
It low profiles a lot. You can down tilt it with most characters and like hit it.
Okay.
But yeah, when you confirm out of why did he? All right. Just felt like having some fun there. But yeah, when you get roller at high percents like that, it's a free kill with up smash.
Yeah.
I also really liked that Ink Bomb cover for his recovery.
Ink Bomb is so good, dude.
It's a really good option to cover yourself when you're trying to make it back to stage.
Seth has done a really good job at ragging damage.
Yeah, the damage output from up air is really good.
Yeah. He's able to get that roller again. Down air into almost something crazy, but just wasn't able to try to get that
That's
up air.
it. Yeah.
That was a...
Dan not blocking a lot.
Yeah, not really. That's because like all you gotta do is block those that roller because he can't go through you, right? He can't go through the shield.
Yeah, that was like one thing I noticed is or I guess everybody noticed is like you can't dash through shields in this game.
Yeah.
Or like run past shields. So even if you have a really good low profiling dash, you can't like. Could you imagine if Inkling could cross you up by going underneath you with that dash?
He would be the best character in the
game,
I
He'd be
think.
far none the best character in the game because all of a sudden he has cross-up pivot grab.
He's the only one.
Yeah.
He's the only character in the game with pivot grab. Jesus.
Shielding against him would just be a death sentence. Oh, this stage is ugly. Get rid of this stage.
Yeah,
right.
I know you don't like this stage.
About to throw the hottest take in the world out.
Yep.
For everybody listening. Man up. Stop doing hazards on or hazards off only. Be able to switch between them. Get rid of this garbage stage. Hazards off Smashville and hazards on Smashville, different stages. Mind blown.
I still wish Fountain of Dreams was playable, man.
Yeah, Fountain of Dreams is a beautiful stage.
It's
actual work of art.
It's absolutely stunning. I don't think this stage is gonna really affect either of these two that much, though.
I actually think the stages with middle platforms are really good for projectile-based characters, which I would call Inkling a little bit more of a projectile-based. That was just sad. Goodbye, music.
He hit him so hard with that up air, the music just stopped playing. Like Ultimate just quit the music.
This is like, it's like the genocide route for.
This is like scary.
It's like
this turned into
Undertale.
a horror game real quick.
Mario,
what in the world?
Mario was the last character in that part of Undertale, so now it's the genocide route, and you just hear like the.
It really is like the music.
Yeah, you hear the bass. You hear like the pulsing bass.
It's like a heartbeat. What is that?
What? What? I guess winter time we just hunker down. We don't have time to play music. We are trying to survive
the music
winter.
Hibernated, bro. Now it's back. Spring cleaning.
Now we got some suggestive flowers and leaves in the background.
You do. I've noticed the take on the leaves before. You've mentioned.
I mentioned it a lot. I definitely.
I still think they remind me of like the SpongeBob flower.
The SpongeBob flower has 4.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. They don't have 3 because they knew what it looked like.
It looks like popcorn, dude.
Smash developers, take note.
Looks like popcorn.
Make them clovers. Make them 4-leaf clovers. Make this the luckiest stage in the game.
They are clovers, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're 3-leaf clovers, and the 2 lower ones look substantially smaller and less elongated than the top one. It's summertime now, though. We got the sunflowers out.
I can't commentate the very happy, non-offensive sunflowers. That's a very happy, non-offensive up smash, too, if you're Seth. If you're Dan, not so much. Probably pretty offended.
Yo, grounded state in this game is kind of wild.
Yeah.
Like, I'm waiting for the day when people start realizing, like, timings for parry, and I'm waiting for all the K rule players to just start doing parry down tilt and obliterating everyone.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're grounded. Take an F smash. Take an F smash.
It's not going to be long before people realize like how to work parries into their actual play style, and then we just like see a completely different version of Ultimate.
Ooh, good up smash there from Dan, but we are on the verge of a reverse 3-0 here from Seth after switching to Inkling.
Yeah, just sort of a bad position. I don't know how much practice Dan actually has against Inkling. I mean, when you play against Corrin, I mean, that character was, you know, in Smash 4.
Very, very relevant.
Yeah, so Dan obviously knows that gameplay. He might not be familiar with Inkling. I have no idea.
Which is funny to me, because I feel like Mario would do well against Inkling.
Yeah.
Just because, like, find a grab, hit him with a two-piece, or hit him with the up air ladder. Like, I feel like it wouldn't change, and then Inkling's light enough to where, like, yo, get out of here. To where, like, up air, up B probably kills pretty early on most stages. But, yeah, I don't know. He seems a little bit more lost compared to Corrin.
Yeah.
Which is a character where I was like, he'll probably struggle.
He'll probably struggle.
Yeah.
We reversed 2-out ourselves.
Yo, this is nerve-wracking, though, because while Dan's at such a high percent, like, yeah, this... Okay, he back through. Interesting.
Yeah, Mario's grabs just aren't... Dan hasn't really been clean to a lot of grabs. It's just... Mario's a different character in this game, man. He's not the same as he used to be. Like I said, Dan's been playing a very fundamentally sound Mario for the most part. Nothing crazy.
I'm not going to lie. I thought he, like... He's dead. He's dead. I thought he threw that ink bomb to bait Cape, because he was in a position to just, like, punish it.
Yeah.
Good stuff to Seth with that reverse 3-0 with Inkling,
yeah,
though.
Dude. For real.
It's nice to see that character played at a higher level, because I haven't really seen it. So...
Yeah.
I still don't think he's a top tier, but I definitely do think he's a high tier.
You don't think he's at least top 10?
I don't know. I can't comfortably say that. I don't think anybody is top 10 in this game.
I don't know
people
if it's
are like,
just like
people are like, K. Rool's a top 10 character. I'm like, bro, K. Rool loses to every other heavy.
Yeah.